Hey, this is Matt. Once again, what about 10 of the videos of the paid request this time for my good friend Efree. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, PayPal is usually the best bet, or join my Patreon. Both things are down below in the info box. And this is for Poison Ivy, a 1985 made-for-TV film starring Michael J. Fox. And probably around the same day I'll be uploading the other made-for-TV movie with him that Efree requested, High School USA. That one I enjoyed more than this one. That one I thought was a harmless, yeah, fluff piece, but it's a fun enough time waster for the cast. Michael J. Fox, Bob Denver, Crispin Glover, Todd Bridges, etc. Anthony Edwards. Here, the only other person I recognize is, well, I recognize Adam Baldwin. He's your villain of the piece. The possible girlfriend, Nancy McKeon, which was also the lovey-dovey Michael J. Fox had in High School USA, because I think it was around this time that they were actually boyfriend-girlfriend. And then one of the kids, Timmy, is the boy from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I mean, I knew he looked familiar. But really, Poison Ivy, nothing to do with the Drew Barrymore movie, this is very different, is a made-for-NBC rip-off of Meatballs. That's really what it is. Only not nearly as good and not nearly as fun. I did not like this film at all. I did not like it at all. Again, High School USA was fun for what it is. This one I thought was boring. It was dull. It felt like nothing happened. It was forgettable, lame, tame crap. Even Michael J. Fox, who I love Michael J. Fox. I'd just rather rewatch High School USA again. I'd rather watch Back to the Future films, The Hard Way, The Frighteners, Doc Hollywood, Casualties of War, etc. Spin City, the TV show. Because, like I said, it's a summer camp movie. Summer camp comedy. Michael J. Fox is one of the counselors. The kids are being brought in, and I didn't give a crap about the kids. There's the one kid who has his nudie magazines, and he is a bit of the more, I don't really want to say con artist, but like he lies being sick in order to get this nicer room. He'll make deals with other kids. He's one of our main kids of the film. You have the overweight kid who eats and he wants to be a stand-up comedian. You have the wannabe writer. You have the kid who always runs away, Timmy. Timmy. Boy from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I kind of like how Bill Murray had a kid he was helping in Meatballs. Michael J. Fox, the kid he's helping is Timmy. Most of the time, the kid's trying to run away, and Michael J. Fox says, go get him. But whether it's because of the script, or the direction, or just whatever the case, it just really is never funny. I think Michael J. Fox does what he can. He's not the problem. It's not his fault. But, you know what? This felt like just a lame pilot for a TV show. That's what it felt like. Adam Baldwin, always nice to see him in there. He would later be in Full Metal Jacket, Casualties of War. No, that's Michael J. Fox. Full Metal Jacket, Predator 2, Independence Day. Sorry, I get my war films mixed up. It is interesting that those two would make different war films. Casualties of War, Full Metal Jacket. And yes, this came out a few months before Back to the Future. This is 1985. Makes me wonder if NBC kicked themselves in the ass going, man, what if we had waited till like 3 months after Back to the Future? Would this have gotten crazy ratings? Because the star of Back to the Future in Poison Ivy. See it here only on NBC. And like, maybe because I saw this right after High School USA, and that film, while it is a made-for-TV, made-for-NBC, again, because the cast, more recognizable actors, more quirky personalities, that also had a romance between him and this girl, and this, it felt like just the same thing, that romance. Only I felt it was a bit sweeter in High School USA. And it's just, feels like nothing really happens. Like it kind of just wanders around. Two kids try to go to the girls' camp, and then they get found out, and Timmy's caught, but he doesn't want to give any names up. Timmy keeps running away. He keeps seeing people bullying him. I'm like, that's a lie. No one's bullying him. I don't know if anyone bullying him. They're like, okay, that's weird, you don't swim or whatever, but that's not bullying. And he wants to run away as soon as he gets there because he doesn't want to be there in the first place. And to be honest, I grew to not like Timmy. He came to be a bit of a brat very quickly. Michael J. Fox, he's trying. He's a character that there's some kids water ballooning kids at the train station. Adam Baldwin says, we need to get those guys. Michael J. Fox does. But he throws a water balloon himself at Adam Baldwin. He sticks up for these two kids. Actually, they were up there getting those other kids from the other camp. And these two they're good guys, man. So he sticks up for them. But you don't have Michael J. Fox really dealing with the other kids that much throughout the rest of the film. If it was like Michael J. Fox dealing with the kids and it was like centered on him getting to know each of these kids one by one. But really, it's either the girl he wants to shack up with, or Timmy. The girl or Timmy. The girl or the Timmy. That's it. It's like their own little world. I'm like, no, but let's see him as a counselor with all the other... Like Bill Murray, you know, he dealt with the kid, but you see him deal with other people as well. And of course, because it's a movie, to be not as tame, to be a little bit more... I don't want to say raunchier, but a little bit more pushing it. And like Michael J. Fox doesn't really get a lot of opportunities to be funny in this, unlike Bill Murray and Meatball. I keep comparing this is a ripoff of Meatballs and a really bad one. One kid becomes the other kid's baseball agent. How exciting. And that's kind of what it is. It kind of just drifts around, wondering what the hell is going to happen next, what's going on, until this color war happens. Now, it's a bad name, color war. Does this have a race war too? No, color war as in color of shirts. Which again, that reminded me of Meatballs. You know, the eating contest, and that was the hot dog contest, all the other stuff. There's a swimming bit. Timmy gets screwed up because his friend screws him up. The other kids get mad at that guy. They try to find Timmy. Oh my god, Timmy is with the axe murderer. But really, he's not an axe murderer. This guy with an axe, he uses the paint stuff. They find Timmy. Michael J. Fox and they say some words. Michael J. Fox even confronts. It's like, my kids were fine until the stupid color war happened. There shouldn't be this competition. Adam Baldwin gets mad, gets pushed to the water. I mean, the one gag I remember is the first gag where the kids go into camp and he puts not only his TV, but the dog. And by the way, you never see that dog again. Or that TV again, so... I don't know, that dog died in transit? But yeah, it's funny, like, the opening is a kid, the joke is that he puts everything in the bag, including the portable TV, including the dog. But what happened to that dog after that? Did the parents find it at the train station? Did the dog go with it? Did the dog die? Did someone eat the dog? Did Jason Voorhees eat the dog? I don't know what happened to the dog. So yeah, I thought this film sucked. I thought it was boring. I thought it was dull. I thought it really went nowhere quick. The kids were not interested in the slightest. Timmy felt more like an annoying brat than anything. It got so tiresome. The amount of times he tries to escape, we gotta go get him. Escape, we gotta go get him. There's really not much in terms of humor that I chuckled at, that I can even think of to describe. The music, forgettable. Just now I'm thinking of the meatballs. Are you ready for the summer? Are you ready for the good times? Whole lot of fooling around. It made me want to just go back to rewatch Meatballs, honestly. But I mean, even other films, was it Camp Nowhere? I think I remember Christopher Lloyd. I remember having a bit more fun with that compared to this. Yeah, only for Michael J. Fox completionists. That's the only way I can see why people. If you need to see every camp movie, summer camp film, this is another thing. I never went to summer camp. So I have no. Maybe people grew up with this and they're nostalgic for it. I didn't grow up with the film. I didn't see it when I was a kid. I just saw it now. And I never went to summer camp, so bonding because it reminds me of this or that time, I don't have that fortune because I never experienced that. The only summer camp I experienced was Jason Voorhees killing people, or Cropsey, or Bill Murray. Not killing people, but I don't know. Maybe when the cameras were off. But yeah, if you like the film T. Throne, I thought it was very, very dull. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.